We're going to do the proverbial asket basket.
Doing a, what do we call it, an asket basket?
Call it an asket. That's
like
what
that.
it's called in the recovery world. Do you think this is more mental or physical?
I think ultimately it will turn out to be more mental. I think, you have to be strong mentally. Theoretically, anybody can put one foot in front of the other.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the mental part of doing that for 2,600 miles. And I won't make it up like I actually wrote something on these because thoughts on packing up a wet tent and wet gear after a rainy night to hike again for 10 hours.
That's gonna suck. I mean, it is. There's no doubt there's gonna be times on this trail where it's just absolutely gonna suck. It's not the wet tent; it's the wet clothes. Your stuff's not gonna dry out.
Right, that you're gonna have to put back on and everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a bummer, man.
I agree.
So what do you think will be the best part?
All the other crazy physical things we're gonna have to overcome, and all like that. I think the laughter is probably gonna be the thing that afterwards I'm gonna be like, man, I can't believe we got away with doing that.
It'll be fun.
And hopefully that's what it is. Hopefully the trip goes well enough that we have a lot of laughter.
Because I think people will see a couple of older guys and think we're going to be serious and mature, and
What is your this is you biggest personally your biggest either physical or mental fear about what may prevent you from not finishing?
Sleeping.
Okay.
I'm a really picky sleeper, and I've gotten used to this sleeping in a king-size bed with a fan 3 feet from my head and Alexa playing rain sounds in a room that is completely blacked out. And now to sleep on a sleeping pad that's about this wide with an inflatable pillow. Yeah, I have no doubt it's going to take a solid 2 weeks minimum to acclimate, and I think the first several days I'm going to be working on very minimal amount of sleep. Are you nervous about the training? Not about the hike, but about the training. Like, do you feel
really.
You're going to be ready?
I feel like I'm going to be ready. I will be more nervous about dragging you down for a little bit. I wouldn't say I'm nervous about it. Again, I'm more nervous in it affecting your trip.
Right.
Hike your own hike. I'll hike my own hike, but I know you're going to try to wait for me if you need to at times. And
if you have a partner to hike your own hike, and what that means is we know we're camping 14 miles from here. I may get there at 4 o'clock, you may get there at 8 o'clock, but either way I'll see you there.
Tell me more about compression underwear.
Compression shorts, Lisa turned me on to when I first started running, because the first time I ran 5 miles and my inner thighs were rubbing for 5 miles, I went and took jump in the shower, turned hot water on, and it burned. And I kind of screamed. I was like, oh my God,
What did I do? Support. Support. Do they hold you in there so you're not bouncing and getting sore?
Yes, and I was actually going to skirt that issue, but yes, it does that too, and it's meant to do that. How will you deal with being homesick?
I don't have a wife. I don't have kids. I have a dog that I've already told you that I've got a very good friend that's supposed to take care of my dog while I'm gone, but I've been traveling for work for the last couple of years. But I've been on my own so long, I don't feel like I don't think I've got a central location that is key enough to my being right now. I don't think I'll have a homesick issue. I'm sure you will. You have a much better home life than me.
More stable.
A lot more reason to be homesick. Yeah. You do have a lot more of a core. You've got grandchildren and children that are nearby mostly, and
I'll tell you how I'm going to deal with it is because all of the most key people in my life are absolutely cheering me on and are supporting me. So completely. My daughters, my son, wife, my closest friends, they are 100% in my corner. Those little grandbabies. It'll be tough so I'll FaceTime with them and stuff like that, and they're going to be able to follow the blue dot of my Garmin, and kind of their moms are going to be able to talk about progress.
What's the over-under on the time until you're regretting letting me come along?
How have your friends and family reacted to this?
I think the biggest, I'd say, fear or negative reaction is people that, look at the condition I'm in right now or whatever and think, you really think you can do that? For the most part, everybody's supportive and they're kind of excited that I'm going to try this kind of thing, and they're very happy that I'll be out of their hair for 6 months. What is your biggest, physical, landscape, geographical kind of fear of something that may prevent you from finishing the trail?
The Sierras. There's no question that the Sierras are the most difficult part of the trail. I will not put myself in a life and death situation. I'll put myself in uncomfortable situations, but I'm not crossing a stream that's 40 degrees and rushing at my waist. I'm not going to do it. So I'll turn around, I'll go around, I'll figure it out. We'll do something, but I'm not gonna. It's not worth dying over, no matter what. So, what do you think will be the hardest part?
We have a 3-day or week-long rain thing.
Yeah,
I think that is going to make me very, very miserable. Everything's going to be wet, including me. Are your feet/shoes still stinky?